What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to another episode of Career Rebuild. It's been a little bit of a break, but today, as you can tell from the title and the description, that we are going to be reviving the career of Teddy Bridgewater. Now, for those of you that might not have been following the draft when Teddy came to the league, there was a different quarterback before Lamar Jackson at Louisville that was considered to be maybe the best in college, one of the brightest prospects getting ready to enter the NFL, and that was Teddy Bridgewater. And then it came out, like, from a pro day. He had a really, really bad pro day, an average combine, issues about his arm strength, and he ended up slipping in the draft a little bit. And then the Minnesota Vikings eventually pulled the trigger on him, and, he struggled some injuries, he had some ups, some downs. But all in all, you can say that so far he has struggled to live up to the hype of the same quarterback that was coming out of the University of Louisville. So what we're going to do today is because you said we got to act in all hypotheticals. He's with the Jets right now. He's coming off a bad injury, but he's not going to be with the Jets long term. They drafted Sam Darnold. So what is another team, maybe, that plays in the same state, that's for some reason not in New York anyways, the Giants? What if Teddy Bridgewater went on to become the starting quarterback for the Giants post Eli Manning? Look at the roster. They have Kyle Lauletta, you have Davis Webb. Neither one of those guys at right now appear to be the future franchise quarterback. But a guy like Teddy Bridgewater, if he could stay healthy, looks good during the preseason, looks healthy, he could go to the Giants and maybe be their franchise quarterback. So that is what we're going to do here today. We have, for whatever reason, when I do a player career, they never get re-signed. So I think we're going to have 3 years, maybe, in the slight chance he gets re-signed, a couple extra, to try and do something special here with Teddy Bridgewater. But, this is a good team. We're using my updated rosters, which you can download. There's a video. You can go find them. We have Saquon Barkley at running back. We have Odell Beckham Jr. at wide receiver, along with Sterling Shepard. We have Evan Ingram at tight end. We have Will Hernandez on the offensive line. There are plenty of pieces here to have a lot of success with Teddy Bridgewater. So, let's see if we can. Alright, so the end of our first year of the Bridgewater era in New York. Giants, that is. Look at 20,000 XP, so I'm kind of confident we did well. 9-7. That is a decent turnaround from what was a terrible Giant team. Teddy Bridgewater on the season, 4,000 passing yards, 29 TDs, 11 picks. That's pretty good. The 60 sacks are expected because even with Nate Solder, Will Hernandez, the Giants still do not have a good offensive line. Run the ball 1,300 yards, 9 TDs from Saquon Barkley. That is definitely acceptable. Odell went off, 94 catches, 1,400 yards, 9 TDs. Sterling Shepard, 707. Ingram, 403. We'll just get some love to defense if anyone showed up. We got a 10.5 sacks from Dalvin Tomlinson. And a couple stubbles there for the interceptions. But still good enough for Bridgewater with 20,000 XP. If you've ever watched us do this, the traits is where you need to go. So we'll first start off by getting him a quick dev trait. Maybe try to bump up that deep a little bit. Maybe bump up that awareness a point. I thought we'd be able to get him in the 80s, but when you are doing a rebuild of a player's career, you gotta get the dev trait. Now, I don't necessarily know if we're gonna gamble and go right to superstar next year, because that's probably gonna be all the XP we earn, and we don't want to be terrible. But it is really, really tough to get Teddy. If we really spent all that XP, we probably would go to 82, 83, and have the normal dev. I think with how well he played, almost 30 touchdowns, we'll probably build on that next season. He's only 25. I think we'll be fine. I think going with the quick dev was the best strategy, if you will, for year one of the Bridgewater era. But all in all, 9-7, not bad. Let's get into year. All right, year number 2 is more of the same, but we have a lot more XP, 26,000 XP, because we went with the dev trait. So we're just gonna right away up and do a superstar. It's worth it. We got 5,000 left. We'll give him 80 deep. We can maybe up that mid a little bit. And now he's finally an 80 overall. 80 overall superstar is a decent starting point. That's pretty much your traditional, really good rookie, like an 80 superstar dev quarterback that you drafted. 7-9, so not as good of a year as a team, but Bridgewater had updated stats. 4,500 yards, 31 TDs with 19 interceptions. Sorry, so the interceptions are a little high. Still, offensive line, absolute trash. 63, not good enough. Saquon went off, 1,300 yards, 13 TDs. We got 1,400 yards, 5 TDs, 97 catches for Odell. Shepard had a good year. Roger Lewis starting to come on at a Bowling Green State. Evan Ingram, not bad. 420. Saquon Barkley getting a drug test from the league. So, yeah, it has been the Teddy Odell and Saquon show so far, but they have no playoffs to show from it. We might not get it next year, but with that superstar dev trait and the success we've had, we could very well end up with like 40,000 XP, take Teddy to 85 plus, and then year 4, unless we hit some magic in year 3. And, well, then we're going to find out. Interview number 3, again, failure to make the playoffs. 83 overall. We spent some of the XP at the halfway point. We're still finished with almost 21,000 in the bank. So that would have been 20, 30... Not that much, actually, in comparison to last year. A 6,000 point upgrades from the superstar dev that we got. Teddy Bridgewater, 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns to 11 picks. So his stats are doing good. And those are like, if you're getting those kind of numbers out of Teddy Bridgewater, if this was real life, Giant fans are ecstatic. Like, those are better. Those are like prime Eli Manning type numbers. 1,300 yards, 10 TDs from Saquon. You got 106 catches, 1,500 yards, 9 TDs. Odell, 87 catches, 800 yards, 6 TDs there. They got Dante Moncrief via free agency. He chipped in for a decent season. Who really cares about the defense, to be honest with you? Because that's probably why the Giants fucking front office is like, nah, who cares about defense or offensive line? We got Teddy Bridgewater playing out of his mind. So looking at our team, let's continue to edit these up a little bit. Usually 85 is like a good threshold to like kind of shoot for all these main stats. But now he's up to an 84 overall, 84 superstar at 27. I think we have 2 years. We have at least 1 more year left on his contract. I really do feel like we're going to have to get him 85 plus to have a legitimate run. But you can see by the offensive numbers, if the Giants can get a viable defensive playmaker via free agency or the draft, or same with the offensive line. Let's look at the depth chart here. Where's our team's glowing weak link? Outside of the fact that we know for the most part, we can't even say, because we know for the most part Sim QBs under 90 tend to suck, but Teddy Bridgewater is putting up really good numbers, so we can't put all on his shoulders. Saquon's a 98 overall. You obviously have Odell, who's probably absurd. He's a perfect 99. Shepard, 89. You have Ingram, who's almost an 85, so that's fine. Offensive line, Solder, 85. Hernandez, 87. And then, let's see, the right side of the offensive line is not great. Somehow we have Austin Corbett, who I think was like a 2nd or 3rd round pick from the Browns this year in real life. Defensively, we have Tomlinson, Olivier Vernon, Snacks, Tyler Davidson. Defensive line looks good. Linebacking core is average. Secondary, you got Janoris Jenkins, you got Culpepper here. Secondary's above average, you could say, with Janoris and Landon Collins still there. So there's no real weakness. This team should be challenging more for the playoffs. So let's see if we can do that in year 3. All right, the end of year number 3, pretty much the same. Hey, we're getting closer in the NFC. 7-9, Eagles 8-8. They won it. We got 20,000 XP. So I assume once again, Mr. Teddy Bridgewater had a decent season. 4,000 passing yards, 30 TDs, 16 interceptions. So that's about what he's been able to produce. 1,400 yards, 14 TDs from Saquon. Odell starting to slow down just a little bit. He's getting up there in age. 80 catches, 1,200 yards, 8 TDs. It's a little bit of a down year from everyone on the offense. Almost 600 yards, 9 TDs from Evan Ingram. So they're making plays here and there. Looking at, obviously we just try to spend a little XP here. I wonder how much the awareness is affecting this. So let's see if we can I'm going to go almost all in on the awareness, because this rating's not going up a whole lot when we keep editing these passing stats. Now it's up +1 to an 86. I think we have 1 season left with him on contract. Now, I don't necessarily know if the AI or the computer or wherever the powers that be are going to re-sign Teddy Bridgewater for 5 years. But, I don't know. Let's see. Hopefully they do. Hopefully they do, because I don't want this yet. I feel like we might have something here with Teddy Bridgewater. All right, we have one last shot with Teddy Bridgewater to try to make it happen. We're starting the 2021 season with an 88 overall amongst the other weapons that we currently have on this roster. We have Saquon Barkley, 99. Okay, playmaker. We have Odell Beckham, 99. Sterling Shepard, up to a 90. We got Moncrief out of the slot, which we know from videos past is a monster out of the slot, especially in this sim. Evan Ingram, one of the fastest tight end prospects in the NFL, 86. Offensive line is average. But this is pretty much it. This is as good as things are going to get with Teddy Bridgewater at the helm of the New York Football Giants. Let's see if we can make a playoff. And at the end of the revival, I mean, in one hand, we revived Teddy Bridgewater's career. We were successful. He is now an 89 overall and is a legitimate starting quarterback. Definitely a quarterback that's floating around, the Pro Bowl. Everyone makes the Pro Bowl nowadays. So, his final year, we did not make the playoffs. Of course, that's why we're talking like this. But 4,100 yards, 28 TDs, 17 picks for Teddy Bridgewater, which puts a career. Let's look at his stats here. He's up superstar dev, like I said. Look at that. We got 29 and 11, 4, 12, 4, 8, 12, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. We'll say around 20,000 passing yards. 36, 9, 12, almost 150 touchdowns. In his, medium time. Like, this is one of those things, if you went the remainder of his career with the Giants, Teddy Bridgewater would finish probably top 10 in a lot of the major passing categories. I think we success. You can't always measure a quarterback's success by how many Super Bowls they win. You still got to consider talking about guys like Dan Marino is one of the greatest of all time. Never went to the Super Bowl. Plenty of really good quarterbacks that have never won a Super Bowl still are regarded as one of the best in their position. And ultimately, where this is a individual rebuild, you're not always going to achieve the team goal. So thank you guys for watching the career revival of Teddy Bridgewater. We are in the, dying days of Madden 18, but I still am open to doing a couple other rebuilds around people's careers, players' careers. So if there's any player I've yet to do, let me know in the comment section below, and I will consider doing it. I have a little board here. I have guys, maybe Paxton Lynch could be one. JT Barrett signed as an undrafted free agent for the New Orleans Saints. He's a polarizing player coming from Ohio State in college. Those are kind of names I was thinking I might do at some point, but if there's someone I have yet to do, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you check out the other career revivals as well so you don't double up and, I do RG3. We already did RG3. Or we've done a lot of the main big-name players from this year's draft class. We've done Saquon Barkley, Baker Mayfield, Josh Rosen. So, yeah, there's a bunch of content here for you guys. But thank you for watching. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.